We had two principal challenges. The first was the one that Jonathan Sumption championed, which was that the Public Health Act was never designed to allow the government the kind of extraordinary powers that it took upon itself to implement by secondary legislation, but without prior parliamentary approval in March. We have a particular act of Parliament, the Civil Contingencies Act, which gives the government very restricted powers, but very wide powers. And the restriction is that they need approval by Parliament, both houses of Parliament, within 7 days. And that's 7 actual days, whether Parliament is sitting or not. Whereas the Public Health Act that was used allows ministers to legislate, make law, delegated by the Public Health Act, and that comes into force whether or not they use the emergency procedure, whether or not either House of Parliament has debated it, potentially indefinitely, because the period within which it needs to be approved is only the period within which Parliament is sitting, and of course Parliament wasn't sitting in March and April. There was no suggestion, obviously, ever before March 2020 that could be used to impose wholesale bans on who entered one's own house, how many people one can see, rather than targeted measures on gatherings, specific gatherings. The specific reference to gatherings in the Act, and it's very obviously, in my view, not unfortunately the Court of Appeals, that does not apply to every single meeting between more than one person. It is a bastardization of that phrase